South Carolina. This isn't a regular occurrence for you guys, and we understand that. And you deserve to win. So awesome 2 wins for you in a row, and you should be very proud. Shane Beamer should be very proud. What a great job that guy's done. And beyond that, what a lousy job Dabo Swinney has done. It's like, first of all, the AD for Clemson. I know you're young. I know you're new. Why, upon a season, coming off of a season where Clemson might have had one of their worst seasons in like Dabo Swinney's tenure, do you give him a $100-something million contract? And then this is what you get. This is what you get what you pay for, right? No, you don't. What you do is you get somebody who has lost who he is. I think that it's still in him. And I've believed in Dabo, and I believe that he can make the right decisions and right this ship. The problem is that he's just become too stubborn in thinking that he is equal to Nick Saban. But Nick Saban has made the right changes. Nick Saban is not hiring, Nick Saban's making the right hires, making the right decisions, doing all these things because he understands that you have to change in the game. And I think that that's because he coached in the NFL. First of all, DJ Uiagalelei is the worst quarterback in college football. I mean, if I said that, like, at the beginning of the season, people would be like, oh, Stephen, that's not right to say that. No, it's the truth. Like, nowhere in the country would you be a starting quarterback and pass for 8 of 29 and get away with that. I mean, it's like, what are we thinking if we are the Clemson coaching staff? Honestly, Cade Klubnik cannot in any way do any worse than what DJ did. As a matter of fact, I've seen some flashes. If you get that guy in a game for a minute, all right, they say, like the Syracuse game, he came in. They didn't let him pass a whole lot. But what you needed to pay attention to was that 2-point conversion. The 2-point conversion where he threw a dart on a rope and hit the wide receiver in the back of the end zone. Hello. That's the quarterback from North Carolina is kind of like that. But I think Cade can be better than him. So here's the two things that Clemson needs to do moving forward. Stop this buddy crap. And I'll go ahead and say this first. Stop the buddy crap. Clean house. Go hire Lincoln Riley's little brother. Make him your offensive coordinator. Pay him a lot of money because we know that you're going to bounce for Alabama as soon as Nick Saban retires or try to. So your resume is lacking, Dabo, right now to get the Alabama job because of what you did here. But if that's the case, then we can have him as our head coach in the future. You need to get rid of Brandon Streeter and hire that guy. Don't care how much money you got to pay to do it. DJ Uiagalelei needs to have played his last game at Clemson. It's not, I won't say nothing bad about DJ, but at the same time I want to because he is a professional football player. You say, no, he's not. He's a college football player. No, yeah, he is a professional football player because he's become a millionaire being the quarterback at Clemson for playing like absolute shit. Horrible quarterback. It's like, and then you want to know why your wide receivers have not developed. I can explain that too. And it's been a problem that I've been complaining about for the years when we had ETN and Trevor Lawrence. When all of a sudden you're up by 30 points in the first quarter, and you stick in the Sweeney brothers and Will Brown and buddies, but you don't put in Joseph Ngata, you don't put in, well, he was hurt a lot, but you don't put in E.J. Williams, you don't put in Frank Latson, who left to go to Miami, you don't put in a lot of your guys, and that's why they didn't develop. They didn't get meaningful snaps. They didn't get to play. And if you want to say, well, the wide receivers are bad, this is that, well, fire your wide receivers coach. Get Jeff Scott back at the wide receivers coach, not as offensive coordinator. It's time for a change. Defense, I think that you have the good pieces still there that'll still be there. And I think that these changes need to come now. The defensive coordinator, I'm not saying that he's really up for the job, but he seems like he's better than Brandon Streeter. Brandon Streeter is just, it's not good. It's not good. But the nepotism and the arrogance and the stubbornness of Dabo Swinney is hurting Clemson. Go in that transfer portal. Get yourself a couple of ballers. I'm pretty sure a couple of them about to pop out of A&M. Go get them. Go get them. Go get the skill. Go get the speed. And then what you do is get that offensive coordinator first. Go get those guys. Tell DJ, give him the option that you're going to go with Cade and wish him the best of luck. Help him get to a school that can help him at the type of quarterback that he is, because Clemson doesn't run the type of offense that will work with him. Even with a new offensive coordinator, I think that he belongs in more of a Wisconsin type offense or something like that, to where he can basically rely on the running game, 3-step drop, stand back there, and then process incredibly slow who he's going to throw the ball to, and it doesn't matter. The point is also another point. Please cut all the cute crap out. Stop what are you doing? You could see it a million miles away. This kickoff return huddle thing. What is that? Granted, it probably is a better play than the new nickname that I'm about to give DJ Uiagalelei, which is DJ 3 and out, or 3 for, or I almost want to say 3 for 29, but 8 for 29. That's just not acceptable, dude. People say, oh, well, Dabo Swinney's done this or that. Yeah. He did it with ridiculous talent, and he was not the same guy that he was. It's very clear. He has a chance to prove if he can be that same guy right now. Right now, he needs to show that he's got some balls between his legs and that he needs to make the difficult decisions that need to be made so Clemson can be a contender again. That's all I have to say. Look, you got your running backs. Your running backs are running, 6.5, 7 yards a clip yesterday. And DJ did a good part in his part of running the ball, but why? Why? Only run him occasionally when you've got Phil Maffa and Shipley just eating up South Carolina. There was no answer for Clemson's running game. If you'd have kept with that, I think that you would have been up at halftime 28-0. If you just get rid of stupid. You gotta go recruit some Australian punter or somebody that can punt the ball. You got to do that. You need to get a really good field goal kicker again. But on defense, keep recruiting the same way that you guys been recruiting. I think that secondary is going to get better. Still would like to get some more of that. Go get in the portal, man. Get with the times, dude. This is free agency football at this point. You got to. You have no choice, because in Florida State and these other schools, they ain't been doing no good. are coming up with players are pulling out of the portal. Imagine if Clemson had Florida State's quarterback yesterday. Heck, what if Clemson had went and got the wide receiver from Louisville that stayed? I'm sure if Clemson came knocking, he would have gone. And what if they'd have went and got the wide receiver from Pitt? I don't know if they could have kept him from USC, but there were guys out there. I mean, there were guys out there, burners. If you don't go and recruit speed, separation, and get some of that talent, I know you got a couple of guys that are coming in, but you got to change your plan, man. Like, something's got to change. And we know what it is. Your offense lacks speed. Your offense lacks speed, and it lacks a quarterback capable of throwing the ball and processing defenses. It's mediocre. It's pathetic. Best is not the standard. And since you have allowed that to not be the standard because for some odd reason, DJ Uiagalelei is starting quarterback at Clemson University, which is a massive college football program, is just unforgivable. Not at what he's done. I think the best thing forward right now is to tell DJ what's up, be honest with the young man, help the young man find a school. Tell him that you'll do that, but we're going with Cade. We're riding with Cade. Let Cade Klubnik actually get a game where he can actually get in a rhythm. Instead of putting him in the worst situations possible and then just pulling him out just to say, oh, I was right. See, he wasn't ready. Well, you know what? All the time, DJ looks like he's not ready. He has like a couple of moments where he looks like, oh, he's okay. But then it's like, what is this? This is Clemson. How you missed on Trevor Etienne? You guys should have paid money and got that sucker. I mean, put him in the backfield back there with Shipley and Maffa. Pace his bags. Wish him the best. The guy could have had a wonderful career. I feel so sorry for him. Pace is not at blame here, but he's just not a game changer. Clemson is different. At Clemson, to start on offense, you need to be a game changer. Enough of this bull crap. We don't want to see guys that look like they should be at a frat party starting at wide receiver. Done. I was okay with your son being the holder because he was good. Both of them are really good holders. Keep them on the team for that. Very good holders. Very proud of that accomplishment. And you should be proud, Dabo Swinney, because your sons are really great holders. They never make a mistake being a holder and whatnot. But no, you don't put them out there wide receiver. I'm sorry. We need guys that run them 4.2 40s like you used to have. And we need them guys that go up and fight for the ball. They're athletic your assessment on wide receivers has been like, it seems like y'all go and just look at like, oh, there's no real evaluation, but this guy is a 5-star and it's easier, 4-star that we can just grab because no one else wants him. I wonder why they don't want him. Because he runs a 5.4 40? Because he lacks the intangibles to attack the ball? I just think that giving Dabo that $100 and something million contract gave him a God complex and the job security to feel that he can do whatever he wants. And if he does, then I don't think Clemson fans are going to even... They're going to support their team. But I think that you're going to see a rapid decline in Clemson football. And I think that it hurts because I've been supporting Clemson football since before Dabo Swinney played for Alabama. I was going to games before Dabo was ever even thought of. So you say you don't answer to the fan, you don't answer to people. You know what? Yeah, sometimes fans can see things that your emotions won't allow you to see as a coach. Because you look at the players, you love the players. I get that. I understand. But what you've put Clemson Nation through for the past 2 years with this absolute dog doo-doo offense is just, it's unforgivable, man. And what you've done to these defensive players that are primed to go to the NFL, that they have to be put in the worst situations on earth. So their stats look worse because DJ 3 and out can't get the job done. You should have developed those players. I don't care what the score was. If your score got ran up, whatnot, in other games, if they come off the bench and they were freshmen and sophomores, you should have developed them instead of playing your freaking boys and their buddies that will never, ever even grace a CFL field, a European American football team. They wouldn't even start there. Why on earth? Why? What's the point? What are you doing? It's disgusting. Dabo's nepotism for the past 4 years. His stubbornness with DJ Uyunglele and his ridiculous hiring choices for offensive coordinator has literally took Clemson from the top of the mountain to mediocrity. It's not fair to the fans. It's not fair to the players. Most importantly, it is not fair to the players because you are not giving them the best. When you recruited them, they were told that they were going to get the best coaching, they were going to get the best facilities, they were going to get all this. The only promise that you've kept is you've kept to DJ Uyunglele that you will start every game after Trevor Lawrence leaves. Doesn't matter how bad you suck. DJ might make a great tight end. Heck, he might be a better punter than Swanson. But, you know, the thing is that DJ, I have no sympathy, bro. Because I watch NFL football too, and you know what? Anybody getting paid $1 million is no longer an amateur athlete or a kid.